welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. Per usual, I'm excited to get into today's video because today we are doing a pick a card on what does your person want from you and your situation. What do they want to come from this situation with you, their romance with you, whatever is kind of going on between the two of you, we're going to get into and really tap into their perspective. And then we're also going to get some advice from the universe. So that is the pick a card today. Per usual, before we get started, my Etsy shop is always linked in the description if you need your own private tarot reading. That is where you can find me, and pause the video if you need more time to go through the piles if I move too fast for you. But this is what we're getting into today. So we have group 1 with the citrine point. Group 2 with the obsidian point. Group 3 with the clear quartz point. And group 4 with the rose quartz point. So as I said before, pause the video if you're needing more time, but that is the pick a card we're doing today. So we're just gonna get started. All right, if you chose group 1 with the citrine point, this is your reading. Today we're using the Steampunk Tarot for you guys. And we're getting into what does your person want from you? What do they want from the situation? And also advice from the universe to kind of help you through the situation. So let's just jump right in. Spirit, can you tell me for group 1, citrine, what does their person want from them? What does this person want from their situation? The first card that came out for you is flirt back. So they feel like they've been kind of sending you signs and signals, and either you're not picking up on it or you're not responding to it. It's kind of just like, they feel like, you may be enjoying it. But honestly, I get like a dual energy with this. Some of your people, they don't even know like if you're picking up what they're throwing down. They're like, do they even know I'm flirting with them? Like, I'm trying to, send them little signs and signals. Ooh, yeah, I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but I got this energy for sure. Why do I have to make the verse move? So this person is like, listen, it is 2022. Why do I always have to be the person to put my neck on the line? They may be frustrated with that energy in general. Like, collectively, this may always happen for them. So there's just like an added layer of frustration. If you're someone who's just shy and you open up with time, but they've experienced people who just like make them kind of do all the work and whatever. Sorry, I bumped the camera. They may be like extra frustrated about the situation and not all just because of you. But yeah, I definitely get that energy. Let's see what else we get. Oh, wow. So surprisingly, this person is feeling very confident when it comes to the connection with you, though. We have, I already know you're the one for me. So tapping into their energy, they seem pretty sure of you. It's like I've seen what I've needed to see, and they get a very confident energy about how they feel about you. How they feel about you is pretty passionate. They're pretty excited, and I feel like they kind of just want to go all in, go all the way. I do feel like this may be someone that you have dated already, because we need a do-over. Typically, you don't really need a do-over unless, well, it depends. It does depend. Like, if you guys have had a romance in the past, that would make perfect sense, but it, like, for whatever reason, it went left, or, something happened that got in the way of the connection. That makes total sense why they would be wanting a do-over. But also, for those of you who you've been flirting with this person and then it just kind of fizzled out and you guys didn't get to explore the connection at all, they're kind of hoping for like a do-over, or hoping that this situation turns into something more, because they don't feel satisfied with where you guys are at now. So as far as what I'm getting so far, what this person wants from you and your situation, flirt back. Why do I always have to make the first move? They want you to flirt with them. They want to get in more of a fun, flirty energy, especially if you guys, whenever you talk, it's always serious. It's always like a serious energy. It's always like a confrontation, or it's just like not in alignment. This person's like, come on. I want to get flirty. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy this connection. Like, I want this to be a connection that both of us can enjoy. And then we have, why do I have to make the first move? You know, so they're a bit frustrated with always having to initiate things. So they may have pulled back their energy to try to get you to come forward and match their energy a little bit. For some of you, I am getting that this is a person that you have dealt with in the past. And they came back to you and they initiated contact, and you're kind of waiting to see like if they're going to prove themselves to you, to prove that it's worthy, you know, like it's worth it. They're worthy to go around with again. So I understand the hesitancy there if this is someone who kind of has to make it up to you, especially if, you know, the bulk of whatever went wrong is more on their end. I have a huge crush on you is what this one says. So they like you. If you're wondering, like, I don't even know if this person likes me, they definitely like you, but this is giving an energy of two people who are awkward. Two people who are awkward, or two people who aren't the best communicators, like trying to make it work, trying to be patient, trying to kind of have things like go a certain way. And it almost feels like both of you may have, you may want the same things out of each other, you know? There's kind of an energy here of, I want you to flirt with me. I want you to flirt with me, you know? And it's kind of just like tricky. And then we have you make me feel things. So one thing that I can say about this connection is there's no doubt that there are feelings here. As far as this person, it sounds like they want to move into something more romantic. We're going to get into the tarot to see what's really good. But from what I can see so far, it's looking like they have pretty serious intentions. I feel like they really want to explore the connection with you. So let's see. Got the Queen of Cups, so they think rather highly of you. Lovers in reverse. You know, Spirit may have had to, Spirit may have had to get them on the fast track to even being in alignment of you, because I'm now getting this energy of, it feels like someone's guides, a very protective energy around you. Like you've already been through so much in terms of relationships where you have had relationships not work out, that your guides are kind of extra sensitive when it comes to you. Like they really, and you may have been practicing like spiritual protection a lot lately as well. We have the Queen of Cups and the Lovers in reverse. So there's an energy of you being ready, but for whatever reason, this connection has been out of alignment. And I feel like, you know, if they want you, they have to go about it the right way, regardless of what you'll accept, regardless of what they're willing to give. Your guides are saying, if you want this person, you know, you're going to have to go about this the right way. And you're going to have to prove yourself worthy and be the right kind of person. So you guys may have a higher purpose, something that you're supposed to complete in this lifetime, and your guides are not having it. Like, they're like, listen, if you're not giving to this connection what you should be giving, you're not going to be in this connection. Like we have the Three of Pentacles. It's kind of like, you know, they have to go through Spirit if they want to get to you. And I feel like you may have prayed or communicated with your guides, God, Spirit, the divine, like for the right person only to be allowed through. So 10 of Pentacles, I feel like they've recently decided, okay, I want that. I want to stand up to it. I want to challenge myself and challenge the connection and really stand up to be that person that I have to be, because I feel like they've seen that. They've gotten this message like, there's always something and it doesn't really make sense. And I really feel like it's something outside of you two that's made it this way. Like there's always something that keeps you guys from being able to really like date or, you know, build a connection. Like there's always something in the way, and I don't feel like you guys, either of you, like really can put your finger on like what it is. And you're like, I know we're awkward, but why does it make me feel this way? There's definitely a higher power that's having a say when it comes to this connection. Page of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Honestly, I get an energy if they don't give their very best, they're not going to have you. And like I said, it doesn't even feel like it's something to do with this person, really. It feels like it's more something that your guides, your spiritual team are enforcing. Eight of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse, they're going to have to be very calculated. So this person, I feel like they've tried to go about this connection the way that they typically go about regular connections, but with that Star in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse, that's like them being at a halt, them being at a standstill. They cannot move forward unless they come correct. And I don't feel like it may be initiated by you, like you may have, like I said, asked your guides, like, you know, only allow these kind of these kind of people in my life, only, you know, make it so I'm in alignment with this kind of connection. So anyone that does want to get into your space now, they really do have to put in the work, because I feel like you've kind of come to this realization, like, I would rather have peace than a dysfunctional relationship just to say that I have someone. And your guides, like, listen to that. And now they're protecting you heavily. It's interesting because with this reading, this is supposed to tap into like what your person wants from you in the situation, and we're getting there, but I'm getting more of your guides energy here. I feel like you've given them control to really work for you in your life, because you've tried to manifest and make things work on your own and you've had some trouble. So you've given them much more creative control. So Six of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person is readjusting themselves, readjusting their plans, and they're thinking about how they're going to come back into the situation in a much better energy. I wish I didn't put this camera so close, because we don't have that much more space. And there's a lot more cards that I'm going to pull. But yeah, tapping into this energy, like I said, it's surprising. Like, you know, I kind of came into this with, you know, totally different intentions. And what I'm getting so far is that your guides, like I said, they have a lot of creative control. And I feel like you've given them that control. So what I can see that your person wants from this situation, they want to move forward. They want to try to win you, you know, try to win your affection. So I don't know what they're going to have to do. Let's see. Oop. Spirit, what else are they going to have to do? What's happening here? Ooh. For those of you, ooh, I love it. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have progress. So just hang on to that, because this person is going through it, okay? Forward movements in love is what it says at the bottom of the deck. But we have just desserts, waiting and learning. So I do feel like they came through with their typical energy, the energy that they typically enter relationships in. They kind of came through with that, trying their same old tricks, and Spirit immediately kind of nipped that in the bud and it's like, no, that's not the way you're going to go about this connection. That's not the way you're going to have success in this connection. We're not doing that. So we have just desserts. Karma, karma, karma is what it says at the bottom of that card. So truthfully, they may have to experience a bit of karma before they can really approach you, because they may have, you know, done something to make you jealous, or they may have started to entertain other connections. You know, they may have, you know, tried to control you and who you are and change you. And like I said, you know, your guides, they really don't play about you. So there's something that they've done that they're receiving karma for. Depending on what they've done, that'll depend person to person. You know, this could be them spreading a rumor about you. This could be, it can be really anything. So they'll get karma to them accordingly. So if it's worse, the karma is going to be a little bit worse. If they did something that was just more so petty, they're going to just have that same kind of thing done to them, or they're going to feel like that don't feel so good through an experience outside of them. So we have waiting and learning, lessons in love. I love that card because that lets me know that this person is being patient and they're actually learning from their mistakes. Time spent in expectation is what it says at the bottom of this card. So again, time spent in expectation is definitely an energy of them expecting, by the end of this, I should be able to have you. So you guys may be feeling kind of lost in the sauce here, like you have no say, but honestly, I do feel like it's better this way because, like I said, your guides really are protecting you and they're really interceding for you. Like they're really making sure things go correctly because, like I said, you know, we're human. At the end of the day, we're going to accept less, you know, if we get impatient, or we're going to allow people to slide with things that they just really shouldn't. And your guides are like, okay, because you have a higher purpose, it's kind of like if you were royalty, you know, you can't just marry any old body. I mean, Harry did technically. He didn't marry like someone who was like from his own country. He didn't marry somebody that was, you know, but That's not the norm. Distance, space between two and love. So I feel like you guys haven't been talking very much. And we have the two-way street card. So something else that's being highlighted with your connection. At the bottom of the card, it says everybody matters. Something being highlighted here is Spirit is making sure, like, if they're going to communicate with you, be with you, whatever, want something with you, this is a two-way street. You have to give just as much as you expect. You know, like tapping into the energy. Spirit's like, I'm not, you know, this is not the person that's going to fill your cup, fill your cup, fill your cup, fill your cup while you don't give very much into this connection. We got the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck I just looked at. So there's definitely an energy there of kind of like really sitting and thinking and contemplating and taking the right approach. So we have new beginning and transformation. This is ultimately what they want here, you know, from your connection, from you. New beginning, a fresh start in love, transformation, evolution in love. So they're hoping to come back with you kind of better than ever. And I love that they're kind of realizing the error of their ways because they know that this situation can't really go on as it has. So let's see where we want to pull from here. Let's see if we can get any more details. Spirit, what are they working on at this time? What are they doing in the background? I feel a lot of background work with this. We got the Eight of Fire, the King of Fire, and the Six of Water that came out. King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative is what it says at the bottom of the card. King of Fire energy, they're very much so determined. They're really in a energy of, I'm hearing like the Rocky theme song now, like it's so dramatic. Now I'm hearing it's about drive, it's about we stay hungry, we devour. Definitely an energy here with this person where they're trying to put in all of the work to really change themselves. Also, I feel like they're getting over the hump of the fact that they like you. It was hard for them to even admit to themselves that they like you in a deep romantic way, and to an extent where it's kind of like they feel like they need you a little bit. Yeah. We got the I Need You card at the bottom of the deck from the first deck we pulled, and that's the energy that I get, where it's like, the underlying energy is they do feel like you're kind of irreplaceable and they do want you in their life, so they're doing the work in order to be able to have you. We got the Six of Water. This one says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So this person has been doing a lot of reminiscing. What they're working on is their motivation. What they're working on is focusing on becoming the best version of themselves. They're also trying to build up their personal power and charisma, because ultimately it's an ego thing, you know? A lot of people feel like it takes something away from them. They're not as cool if they like someone. If they're simping over someone, that means that person has power over them, you know? And it's just an energy here where it's like, yes, you will have power over them to some degree, but if this is something that you want, you know, like a relationship and love, you're gonna have to allow that vulnerability to, it's just gonna, it's natural, it's going to be there. So we have the Eight of Fire, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things are happening all at once. So I feel like when your person does come through, they're gonna come through in a very fiery energy. They're gonna come through in a very like sure energy. They know what they want out of the situation, out of you. So once they come in, I feel like it'll be with clear intentions and communication. But from what I'm getting so far, they definitely want a do-over. Is this the one that flipped? No. So as far as advice from the universe, this is what came out for you. It says, be a natural beauty. Your entire body is precious, so choose personal care products that reflect your consciousness and commitment to self-love. So make sure you're keeping up with your spiritual routine, spiritual cleansing, physical cleansing of your house, physical cleansing of your body. I just did a gut cleanse to cleanse my body. You'd be surprised at how like your gut and your body can affect your consciousness. So that may be something that you want to do. I found one on Amazon. It was like a little tea cleanse, really, really good. But yeah, cleansing your body, cleansing your space. It also helps you lose a few pounds. So that's, you know, that's always cool. Um, but yeah, Spirit is saying, you know, make sure your outside reflects your inside. So if there needs to be an aesthetic change, because your current aesthetic doesn't, you know, any longer reflect your what you have going on inside, this is a great time to do that. Say no to toxins and yes to the healthiest ingredients possible. So taking care of your body will also help taking care of your mind. You deserve to look and feel great, and you are worthy of, and you are worth the effort. Be a natural beauty. So like, you know, not practicing harsh, you know, not putting things on your skin that are harsh, not made for preservation, but just made for like temporary beauty. A lot of these products are made to kind of destroy our skin as well, because what's that going to do? That's going to make it so one day you need makeup. You cannot, you know, especially if you're used to looking a certain kind of way. So it may be time for you to do like a switch in the products that you use. And then we have wishes fulfilled and decide. Oh, I love this. So this is where your energy comes in. Spirit is saying, you know, throughout this entire reading, it kind of, at least to me, felt like, okay, but where do you come in and your choice and your feelings? And this is where Spirit is saying, before this person comes in, because we already know their plan, decide what you want. Do you feel like they crossed a line with you? Decide that before they come in, you know. Decide how you feel and what you're going to say, and commit to saying that. It's time to make a decision. Being on the fence drains your energy. No matter what you choose, it will be the exact right thing for your spiritual path. Channel your energy, be decisive, learn, grow, and decide. So Spirit is saying, okay, we know what, you know, they're planning to do and everything that they kind of want here from the situation, but you decide if you're going to accept it or if you're going to take the opportunity of them coming back to get closure. Because not everybody gets person-to-person closure. A lot of people have to do cord cutting rituals and things like that to try to energetically cut ties, but there's things left unsaid, undone, questions unanswered, and all sorts, you know. So this is a good thing that you do have that here, that opportunity to get closure if you want it. So decide what you want before this person even comes through and tries to woo you. And then wishes fulfilled. This one says, your wishes have been germinating and they're deeply planted in the soil of the loving universe. Fulfillment is here just around the corner, but faith is required. When we put ourselves out there, it's easy to get drained if what we want doesn't materialize right away. Have confidence. You are more than capable of manifesting your deepest desires. It is all happening, dear one. So that's confirmation. You know, this may have been quite the wait. From the original tarot deck, we did get the Eight of Wands in reverse. So that definitely represents a huge standstill. So this may have been like really on your mind for a while here. So we're finally getting a resolution. Things are finally moving forward, and that's what I have for you, Group 1. You already know where you can find me on Etsy. It's linked in the description of every video. If you need your own private tarot reading, I also sell manifestation candles on there. If you need me to help you with your manifestation process, I burn them on my personal altar. I have those on there too. And yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the Obsidian Point and the Cat Tarot, this is your reading. We are getting into what does your person want from you? What do they want from this situation? What do they want to happen? And also advice from the universe. So we're really going to get into their psyche today to see what is going on with them internally. So let's jump right in. Spirit, can you tell me for Group 2? Ooh. What does their person want from them? What does their person want from the connection? Yeah, interesting. And it's coming out in more than one card. They're very interested in you, but they feel like they get mixed signals from you, first of all. So they kind of feel like you haven't fully decided if you want to move forward with them or what you want from the situation, and that's kind of throwing them off. What I can say is, you know, what you feel shouldn't be influenced by another person. Like, you should want what you want, like what you like. There shouldn't be anyone that can really change what you put into a situation, because you should go after things because you want to, like things because that's what interests you. So I feel like this person may have a little bit of a confidence issue. We have I'm sorry for being awkward. That came up as well. But we have it's the everything for me. So they're definitely interested in you. And they're sorry for being awkward. But like I said, we have the signs I'm getting from you are a bit unclear. And then we have how do you feel for me? So like I said, you know, there's a bit of an energy here where they're kind of confused about how you feel for them. But like I said, that shouldn't influence what they do, you know? Like, okay, if they find out that you don't like them completely, of course, like that would be creepy if they kept trying to, you know, impose their feelings onto you and try to make this romantic if you just made it clear that you didn't want that. But with this person, I feel like, you know, they're either trying to earn your trust back, earn you back if you've been in a relationship with them. They're trying to kind of grow on you here. Or two, this is someone that likes you, but, you know, it's the everything for me. Like, they know that they like you 1,000%. And they do know that they're being awkward. They're kind of self-aware to that degree. Like, I'm not coming off as the best version of myself. But these two cards, like, you know, the signs I'm getting from you are a bit unclear. And how do you feel for me? Like, it's just kind of like an energy of them being a little, I just realized I didn't finish the rest of my sentence, kind of just let it trail off. But, you know, them kind of being like more reserved because of what they feel for you. I know we met for a reason. So tapping into this energy, there's almost like this hint of a spiritual connection here. They're like, you know, two people are not this compatible. And they just come across each other and nothing happens. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't get to be explored. Like, there has to be something more to this connection. This did not just happen by chance. Like, they feel like there's really something here that you guys shouldn't miss out on. And I feel like they're kind of like, how do you not see it? How are you not as excited as I am? And really, maybe it's just that you're, you know, someone who likes to play it more cool. Oh my God. Oh my God. This person, yeah. I like this. At the bottom of the deck we have, I'm about to admit my feelings. So I feel like they're getting tipped over, like the energy is just too much for them, and they're like, listen, I gotta acknowledge this, I gotta lean into this, because I'm not just gonna sit here and just keep feeling all the feels and sitting here. We have I want you and only you. So they know what they want. They know what they want. And I feel like it just kind of makes them a little sad or upset that you may not feel the same way, but really it may just be you kind of watching and observing. Maybe you're more of an observative person. You like to observe people before you approach them or move forward with them. You like to see like how they are, that kind of thing. That could be what it is. But I feel like this person's getting a little bit discouraged because I don't feel like they read your signs very well. We have, I think I'm in love with you and I've never liked someone this much. Wow. I find it hard to believe that they... I don't know, it's got to be infatuation if you guys haven't dated, because if they don't know you, like, love is an action, you know? Love is less of a feeling, definitely a feeling, but more of action. That's how you show love over time, and how you love another person is by showing action. The love you have in your heart is the feeling, but how you love another person is through action. You know, you can't just feel that feel and expect someone to somehow, some way feel it and like, yeah, we're in love. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways, their feelings for you are very, very strong. I've never liked someone this much. Wow. I get a very cute, nerdy energy from this person where they're really kind of soft and melting for you on the inside. So Spirit, what else can you tell me about this connection? What does this person want from them? What do they want from the situation? From what I can see so far, I feel like they would love to get confirmation for you. They would love for you to extend more of your energy and kind of meet them in the middle. Ooh, Four of Wands is soulmate energy. Four of Wands is a commitment. So what they're wanting from you is a relationship. Spirit, what else can you tell me? You know, they kind of just want to be in love with you. Like, I feel like they want to experience love with you. But again, here's that moon energy. They're unsure. You know, they're unsure if you feel the same way. Unsure if you... like, if you will match that energy. This is cute. We have the Page of Pentacles. So ultimately, I feel like they're willing to put themselves on the line and risk looking a little silly to make an offer to you. So I feel like this person is going to be closing in on you soon. I feel like they're going to be sending you more signs and signals, and they're going to be trying to give you more and more. Six of Pentacles in reverse would actually indicate a standstill more than anything. So I do feel like they're struggling. But I feel like that energy, like I said, is tipping them over. It's kind of like a seesaw, and it's like, okay, they're about to be tipped over to the point where they, you know, can finally reach you. So if you guys have been flirting for a while, I feel like their signs are going to just get more and more clear. And then I feel like, you know, if things go on too long, they're going to reach a point where it's like, okay, I can't wait anymore, and they're just going to have to make themselves clear. And I feel like they know that. So I feel like they're preparing for that. Oh, cute. We have the Chariot card and the Hermit. So they're a little scared, yeah, but ultimately they do want to move forward, and they know that they have to tap into their confidence to do so. So like I said, I feel like they're going to be tapping into their innermost confidence and approaching you. Now, this is interesting. We got the Seven of Wands and the Page of Swords in reverse. So there's something that influences your situation that they're going to have to let go of. This could be their their non-masculine nature. Like, we all need our masculine and feminine energy. You can't just be all feminine. You won't get shit done. You know? So tapping into this energy, they're needing to tap into their masculine energy. That could be what it is. Or it could be someone in the way. We didn't get any cards here that indicate a third party, but this did give me third party energy when I first looked at it. Page of Swords, there's kind of a relationship with someone else that they have to put to bed. This could be with a friend as well, a friend that heavily influences them, especially if it's a single friend, because that's a tricky thing. When you get in a relationship, it's kind of hard to manage your friendships with other people, because if they're the kind of person that you always go out with and things like that, they're going to want to still be doing that, you know? And it's kind of tricky for you because it's like, well, I'm taken now. So I don't know. It just kind of creates a weird dynamic. So there may be a friend that wants them to remain single. You'd be surprised, especially your single friends. They want you single. They want you single. Unless they're in a relationship as well, they want you single. Unless you guys can do the double date thing, like, most of your friends will want you single because that means you get to spend time with them. They're not going to lose your energy to someone else and have to do the singlehood thing alone, like, you know. So, but I am seeing something that they kind of have to get out of the way, something that they have to address before they can fully move forward with you. And I feel like you guys are just waiting. Page of Pentacles, like, I feel like you guys, or sorry, Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are just kind of patient and waiting for them to get themselves together. And I get kind of like a feline cat-like energy with you guys, where it's like you're just kind of waiting to be pleased and enjoying this person going through their process, like enjoying watching them kind of figure it out. Three of Wands in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse. I feel like they've kind of reached a standstill, and they realize that if they're going to be able to move forward, they're going to have to make a decision on this. And that may be the thing, because, like, naturally, I do feel like they favor their feminine energy more. They definitely sit more in their feminine energy. They're used to receiving. They're used to attracting what they want, what they need, good experiences. This may be generally just like a lucky person, someone who always wins things. Like, they always win raffles and things like that, because their energy, the way it's set up, a lot of good things do come to them. And like I said, I got like a cute kind of nerdy energy from this person, so I feel like they are good at their core, but because they're used to receiving, you know, that can make things tricky as far as getting into a relationship with someone. Because when you meet a Queen of Pentacles who also knows her value, which is how you guys show up, like, the Queen will let you go. Because the Queen is like, well, I can't do anything with someone who hasn't gotten past their own ego, so I'm gonna let you miss out on this opportunity with me. You know what I mean? So they've kind of met their match here a little bit, but I feel like they definitely, Four of Wands, want a relationship. So we got the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I love it. So the more and more cards, you know, we get, I just feel like that energy is building and building. It gets better and better. At first we had the Page of Pentacles. Now we have the Knight of Wands. Like, there's progression, more agility, more passion growing within this person, more attention to detail. Seven of Pentacles, they're learning. They're becoming a better version of themselves. They're growing. They're trying. They're putting in effort and energy. So I feel like slowly but surely this person, their energy just gets better and better. So let's see. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this situation? What can you tell me about this person? What do they want from this connection, the situation? What's going on with them? Oh my God. Ooh, yeah, and I picked up on that. I told you. And this is the only card, so I don't feel like it's very important, and I love this. At the bottom of the deck, we have editing. So they're definitely changing some things around, and that's what I was getting before with the Page of Swords in reverse, Seven of Wands. Secret affair, clairdestined relationship is what it says at the bottom of the card. I do feel like there's someone they've kind of had in the picture. This could be like their baby mom, if they have kids. This could be their first love. This could be someone that they've been dating casually in the meantime while they've been waiting to meet the one. Yeah, secret affair is definitely an energy of someone kind of being in the background that they kind of had to take care of. And we have the options card. Many different possibilities is what it says at the bottom of that one. So I feel like they're kind of cutting off, you know, any sideline pieces that are in the picture, still holding on to them, holding on to hope that they'll be able to be together, because they've pretty much made up their mind that they're going to go in your direction. Now we have marriage and new beginning, which is crazy. And it's also came out with humility, which I absolutely love. Selfless in all ways is what it says at the bottom of that card. So I love that energy, because they're really putting their pride aside and tapping into their masculine energy for this one. Marriage, that's crazy, because Four Wands, it was the first card that came out for tarot, so I didn't want to jump to conclusions and put all these like big ticket words on them. But the Four Wands, you can look it up online. It can represent soulmate energy, it can represent marriage, you know, coupling, getting together. Like Four Wands is that girl when we're talking about connections. Other than the Lovers card, like Four Wands is really up there with her. So yeah. Marriage, that's just so crazy to think, like, wow, I'm reading for people who, you know, are gonna be getting married soon, or who are gonna receive an offer of marriage, you know, from the person that they're dealing with. I don't know, I just find that to be kind of magical. But vows of love is what it says at the bottom of this card. So ultimately they're wanting a new beginning with you that leads to marriage. And if you guys have dealt with each other for a long time, I mean, we did get what did we get? I think I'm in love with you already. I've never liked someone this much. I want you and only you. I know we met for a reason. Like, we did get some pretty strong cards throughout your spread. So if you've already dated this person, they are wanting a new beginning with you, and they want to go all the way. A fresh start in love is what it says at the bottom of the card. So I feel like this person definitely realizes the error of their ways and how they've been getting in their own way by not putting as much energy in the situation as they could have been. And they're editing that even, like, you know, changing themselves to be in alignment with the situation, because they want you and they want this, and they're pretty sure of it. And I feel like it's a process, you know, so the more time goes on, the better it's gonna get. We got the Ten of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and things to get better now. Or sorry, it says, and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So this person may have been addicted to attention. You know, for very few of you, that may be like a legitimate addiction, like to a vice, like maybe they have a hard time putting down the bottle. Listen, after 2020, that wine, that wine bottle was by my side, okay? My wine will never leave me. Like, it was just the vibe. You go to the grocery store, that's, you know, everything's shut down. You can only go to the grocery store if you absolutely have to. So I'm stocking up on my wine. Like, I'm in the house. 2020 definitely changed me and my habits. So, but anyways, yeah, this person, they're kind of deleting an old version of themselves. We got the Page of Fire and Awakening with Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So Spirit is saying you got to know when to hold, you got to know when to fold. This is not the time to fold and give in to this person, because they're doing all the work that they need to do to be in alignment with you. So truly, group 2, be patient. And I love manifesting. I love action-oriented energy. I love masculine energy. I sit in my masculine energy a lot personally. And so I'm always going to be the one to be like, you know, you want something, you got to go get it. And let me help you, you know, with the steps to get it. But with this situation, like I said, you got to know when to hold and you got to know when to fold. And for you guys, this would be just a terrible time for you to fold and give in, because it's just going to reaffirm everything that this person has been working to like separate from. It's just going to reaffirm, yeah, I'm in my feminine energy, and and ultimately at the end of the day, I get served. Like, ultimately at the end of the day, now I'm thinking of the movie You Get Served, or You Got Served. I don't know what it's called. I think it was You Got Served. One of those dance movies. Anybody love the old dance movies of like the early 2000s, like freaking Stomp the Yard, even Drumline? That's not really a break. Anyways, sorry. I have the attention span of a pine cone. But yeah, tapping into this energy, you guys, what was I even originally freaking talking about? See, that's how fast my mind just goes off into the distance. But yeah, this would be a horrible time to start to, you know, conform to what this person wants, because they've been doing a lot of work. Then we have the Page of Fire, outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting endeavor. Use your originality and integrity. So yeah, integrity, and then originality also came up again. So that energy of not conforming to what this person wants, and being authentically you. Not trying to conform to their story or what would make it easier for them, but sticking to your guns on this one. Spirit, can you give me some advice for group 2? What can they do during this time? What do they need to hear? What do they need to know on a personal level? Oh my God, we have 5 that came out for you. So we have give each other space, and we have your purpose is joy. So I see already where Spirit is trying to redirect you. Give each other space. Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences if we don't have enough space. So take a step back and create from your authentic conversation. That's crazy. 3rd time, authenticity has come up. Originality has come up. Perhaps you need to consult a therapist to guide you through your emotional thicket, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. Exactly. I was feeling like patience needed, and this time Spirit is saying, as they're working on them, work on yourself as well, so that you can hold them accountable moving forward and not just expect them to be this perfect version that, you know, can just kind of serve you. And then this one says, your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. That is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion, all worthy, but your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It's about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are, and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. A lot of self-love stuff coming in now, and a lot of stuff about authenticity. So you may have changed yourself a bit for this person, and you know, Spirit is kind of telling you to do that factory reset and come back to who you really are. We have choose love, celebrate your love, and compassion for all. Compassion is the beating heart of all spiritual practices. The peace you seek comes from the peace you create. Extend your compassion to all beings today, including yourself. Yeah, really practicing self-love is so important. Everyone benefits when you are kind. May all beings be happy and free. So I feel like I almost get a little bit of an energy at the end of that. May all beings be happy and free, where it's like, if something is really meant for you, it'll come back to you, but set it free. You know, not trying to hold on and change to fit the current situation, because if you hold on and change to fit the current situation, you're creating the circumstance to have the current situation. And if you're having to change and contort yourself and be uncomfortable in order for that to work out, that's not where you want to be. What you want is a healthy connection with this person, you know? So this one says, choose love. If you're struggling with an obstacle or a conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, frustration, all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously. Yeah, it's about being brave and open yourself too. Show your love openly. Show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, you have a hard time with self-love. Or it says, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside of yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself. And then the last one we have is, when we cherish our beloved, the bond grows stronger. We create deeper levels of trust, intimacy, and friendship. It's all too easy to get comfortable and to put your relationship on cruise control. So spice it up instead. Do something special and spontaneous. And if you're currently looking for your soulmate, take yourself out for a fun date. The happier and more connected you are to yourself, the more attractive you will become to others. So that's some stuff you guys can do in the meantime, and that's what Spirit is saying to you. But this reading primarily was, you know, to focus on your person and everything about what they want from you in the situation. So that is what I have for you guys today. You always know you can find me on Etsy. If you want your own private tarot reading, you can get one from me there. But yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you today. That was your reading, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the clear quartz, this is your reading. We're getting into what does your person want from you? What do they want from this situation? As soon as we start, everything's falling all out of place. So let's see what we get here. Spirit, can you please tell me, what does their person want from this situation? What do they want from them for group 3? Spirit, let me know what they want from them. What do they want from this situation? Immediately I heard realization. Realization. I feel like this person is having a bunch of epiphanies. Yeah, and I feel like this energy is just building and building. So first of all, we have I keep dreaming of you. So there's a bit of a hint of like spirituality with your pile. They kind of feel like the connection that they have to you is a bit larger than life. It's different, you know, it's different for them to feel quite this way about someone, and the way that they feel about you, or how they're reacting to you, is a better way to explain it. The reactions that they're having to you are quite different. I don't feel like this person typically dreams, period. Like tapping into their energy, it doesn't feel like this person has very many dreams, which is always so shocking to me because I have so many. I dream like every night. But with this person, they keep dreaming, and then they keep dreaming of you, which is even more freaky. So it's like they're definitely paying attention, and they're feeling like really rocked by this connection. I think I'm in love with you. This person feels like, honestly, you could be the one. They feel, it's a feeling. It really is. It's very natural. You know, I think I'm in love with you. That's an energy of them kind of feeling like, you know what? There's definitely something here, and it's more than meets the eye. It's more than what's on the surface. The way that my body is reacting to you is very, very different, and it's forcing them to kind of pay attention. We have I really do like you. So on a genuine level, you know, all jokes aside, they really do like you and have feelings for you. I feel like this person may be a bit of a jokester. They may be a bit of a jokester, someone who plays like a lot of games, but not games in the way that you would be, you know, be kind of off put by. Like the games that they play kind of seem like it's just more a part of their personality. Like they're just someone who's more flirtatious and fun and lighthearted. And honestly, they're kind of over like this feeling, these questions, like they really want to move forward and get into it with you. We have, I want to admit my feelings. So tapping into this person and their energy. I can never get this camera straight. Tapping into this person and their energy, like they're definitely feeling like, you know what, I just want to get this over with. Like if we're going to be a thing, I would rather explore that sooner rather than later. I want to admit my feelings, and they're just kind of like, to hell with it. Like that's how their energy feels. It's like, you know what, I just want to admit it. And they're very curious, like, how do you feel for me? Are you having these experiences too? Are you dreaming of me? Are you thinking of me constantly? You know, do you naturally feel like your energy is opening up to me? Like, how are you reacting to this? Because from my perspective, it's like, I'm feeling all the feels and I want to explore it. So are you on the same energy as me? Am I alone in this? I have an uncontrollable attraction to you. So that's exactly what I was getting. Like the best way to describe this person and where they're at right now is the feeling, like the things that they're thinking. We'll get into that with the tarot. What are they thinking? Whatever. But they're finding themselves to be very controlled by their feelings, or very drawn to you in a natural feeling kind of way. And I don't feel like they're used to having this lack of control with someone where it's like, I feel naturally drawn to you. I feel naturally attracted to you. Like, I feel like with them, it's usually like something that they control, something that they at least have more control over. But with you, it really does feel different. Like, it really does feel different. And then we have I'd love to earn your trust. So they want to get closer to you. They want you to be more open with them. You know, honestly, don't be surprised if this person really pulls on your, like if you feel like at every turn, every move they make, it seems like they're trying to put you in a vulnerable space, because they do. They want you to feel very vulnerable to them. They want you to be very vulnerable when it comes to them, because there's definitely an energy here of them already feeling somewhat out of control by you, by the situation, by the attraction, the connection itself. It's all very foreign to them. And they don't love that, but they're trying to work with the universe on this one. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. So they're trying to work with the universe with that 3 of Pentacles energy. 10 of Pentacles, they don't want to feel forced into a connection. They don't want to feel out of control. They do naturally feel drawn to it, but it's like, okay, I already feel enough of a pull towards you. I don't need you to convince me and try to make me yours. I don't need, you know, they don't want to start to feel out of control, because they're already feeling very weird about this connection. Like this connection is really throwing them off their game. Like they're not used to feeling this way. I keep dreaming of you. Like I said, that in itself is already something that's quite foreign to this person, something that they are not used to, and they don't want to start to, you know, feel just completely out of control. So they're trying their best to maintain control, but at the same time they do naturally want to move forward. So there's quite an interesting, you know, dynamic that we have here. Let's see. We have the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So ultimately I feel like they'll just naturally submit to this connection. What do they want out of you? I don't know. I feel like ultimately this person is kind of lost in the sauce. We got the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So they're very much so lost. I don't feel like they know what they want out of you. They don't know what's best. They're just trying to kind of roll with the punches, because the energy is moving very, very quickly. It feels very out of control for them. They feel like they don't have very much control of the situation already. What they're leaning into is the spiritual, like the spiritual part of the connection. So they're following their intuition with this, which I don't feel like this person typically does. They may have a big boy, big girl job, because I feel like they're in their masculine energy quite a bit. Not just because that's like where their energy is. I feel like they're working a lot. They're always focusing on the next thing. Like they're very, very much so a busy person, and to slow down or be slowed down naturally by a connection, for a go-getter, that can be very, like a very uncomfortable space for them. So, you know, this person, you may find that they really try to get you to feel a lot for them. You may find that they try, like I said in the beginning, to put you in vulnerable spaces, because they want to feel like there's equal vulnerability here, because they feel very vulnerable in this situation. They're dreaming about you. They don't even typically dream. What the hell? They're feeling all these things for you, feeling like an uncontrollable attraction towards you. Very, very uncommon for this person. So, and it's like they want to be gentle with you, because we do have I'd love to earn your trust. So ultimately I don't feel like they want to make you uncomfortable. I don't feel like they want to put you in a vulnerable space so you'll always need them. I feel like they just kind of want to feel like this is equal. They don't want to feel like they don't like that whole notion of just being rocked by the universe and completely in love with someone and not having it be mutual. Like they don't like that. They want it to feel mutual. They want it to feel like, okay, we're both in this together. We're both absolutely in love, or, you know, whatever. But some of you, honestly, it's like this person may be growing on you. But they may not even be like your typical type. Like, yeah. That's funny that I was just saying that too, because we have the 4 of Pentacles here, which is you kind of conserving your energy and trying to sit and wait and see like if this person is going to be able to earn your trust, or you may be waiting for more of an offer from them. if this person acts rather spazzy and like just kind of like their energy changes, it's not hot and cold. It's more like just like a shift in their energy. It's not like one day they're all over you and they're being super romantic and then one day they're being completely cold. It's like one day you guys are having good conversation and it's a friendly vibe, and the other day like they're kind of like, you know, maybe seeming like they're avoiding you, like they seem like they got a lot on their mind. Like it's not hot and cold like a game player, but there does feel like there's games being played, especially if you can't really put your finger on what this energy is. But I hope you guys are picking up what I'm throwing down, because they're damn near making me confused. I'm like, how the hell do you describe this energy? But basically what I'm saying is they're not intentionally playing games, but they're really kind of having this internal struggle here. So you may see that reflected, you know, when you deal with this person and your connection. We got the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you're waiting for them to ultimately make an offer, and we have the Strength card here. I feel like you're waiting for them to level themselves out, and they're trying to see, it's like they're falling in love and they're trying to catch themselves. That's the struggle. So with the Strength card here, they're trying to regain their ground and their own standing, and it's just kind of like a mess. Ooh, what in the world is going on here? Such a confusing spread, such a dualistic spread. I feel like the past and the future is equally on this person's mind. We have the Three of Swords, but we also have the Ten of Cups. So there's an opportunity to move forward, to be set free, to start a new beginning, to have, you know, a good run in love. Like there's an opportunity here to experience grace and love and affection and genuine care, you know, from someone, and that person is you. So that opportunity is here, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, Three of Swords, this person is thinking like, what if, what if, what if? And that's why they want you to be vulnerable with them, because they want to know that your heart is in this too, Queen of Cups, and that they're not going to get hurt. This person is a little scared, a little intimidated by you too. Some of you are like smoking hot, 10 out of 10, like super, super fine. And this person is like, just really like, ugh. Really nervous, I guess. So what do they want from this situation, from them, Spirit? What do they ultimately want? They're kind of stuck between having things go their way and having things go the universe's way, but it's like they both lead to the Ten of Cups, because what I can say is they know that they want you, and I feel like they know that they can't force this situation to come together. With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like they've already been shown this situation is unique, and you're going to have to follow where God or the universe is taking you for this to work out for you. I feel like they've already kind of been shown that. So they're trying to go with the flow of that, but they're still kind of fighting that a little bit. But they're coming out of it, which is good. We got the Seven of Swords that came up in reverse. Seven of Swords can definitely be a bit of a self-sabotaging energy. And if you look at the card, let me flip it upside so you can look at the artwork. If you look at the card, the reason why it's self-sabotaging, it is like you feel like you're, you know, taking all the swords and you're getting away with something, but look at how he's holding them. You're going to slice and dice your hand, like, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to catch themselves from while they're falling in love, you know what I mean? Imagine trying to catch a knife as it's falling. Like you're going to hurt yourself. You need to just let it fall and just go with the flow and trust God in that situation. That's all you can do. So the Seven of Swords did come up in reverse for you. I don't feel like this person is going to try to, you know, hold on tighter and further control the situation. But as of like right now, this moment when you're watching this, I do feel like they're kind of stuck with this Two of Pentacles here, still trying to fight this energy a little bit. But ultimately, I do feel like they're trying to go with what Spirit is telling them and leading them, and allowing, you know, Spirit to kind of really take the wheel with this one. So Spirit, what else can you tell me about the situation? What does this person want from this situation? What are they doing at this time? Can we get anything else about what they're doing or what they're planning? We have the Empress that came out with Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. They're trying to really just tap into, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they're embracing their feminine energy with that Empress card. They're trying to allow themselves to receive guidance, receive direction. They're trying to just be open versus trying to really like control everything. We have the Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now is what it says. So, you know, they feel a little bit empowered, and I feel like this is a part of what's hard for this person. Like I was saying towards like the beginning of your spread, it's hard for people who are really ambitious or really focused on career and work, people who are consistently in their masculine energy, to slow down and put themselves in their feminine energy, especially if they have big dreams that they know really need their attention, their energy, and effort to come to fruition. It's hard to get them to slow down because, you know, receiving is out of your control. You just have to be open to it. And for someone who's always, you know, chasing a goal, and they feel like they have to catch something, or they feel like they have to like get something, like people who are always like running after their dreams in that way, you know, that's not the best space to be in for love to work out. So it's challenging for them to kind of hold space for both energies so that they can kind of level up career-wise, but also level up with you. I feel like this person is really about their business. I feel like they want to make a lot of money in their lifetime. That's how they want to live. And I don't feel like it's necessarily just so they can have like a super lavish lifestyle where they can have all designer everything. I feel like they don't want to ever worry about stability. Like they're like, these are my younger years. Like, I still have time. Like, you know, this is the time to really go get it. Like if I want to be something and make something of myself, this is the time to do so. So they're trying to take advantage of that time that they have. We have the Three of Fire, abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans is what it says at the bottom of this card. So I feel like this person, they're pretty much, you know, like I said, it may come through as hot and cold, but really what it is they're trying to balance these energies. It's like the masculine and feminine energy within themselves are kind of trying to find a harmonious balance, and they're just trying to get comfortable with not only feeling this feminine energy more than they usually do and more than they're comfortable with, but they're trying to, you know, they're trying to navigate a couple things at this time. But we have the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. So this would be like the marriage card. It says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. So that may be another thing. They may be wrapping up some loose ends on a project that they're actually working on. And that'll give them like more time and space. Like once they get in a more comfortable space career-wise, they may be able to breathe, you know, and actually have the space to give you a bit more. So I'm gonna take this one. It says spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other is what it says. Spirit, can you give me some advice for them on the situation, what they can do? Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible is what it says at the bottom of that card. And that's somewhat of what this person is doing at this time, trying to dream and plan. So Spirit is saying focus on the outcome that you want versus trying to force it to come all together, because I really feel like this person got it. Like the thing about, especially about masculines, the thing that I love about masculines, once they do get it together, a good masculine will make it so easy for you to just conform and like submit to the plan, because once like a really good divine masculine gets their stuff together, it's so easy for you to like, I hate to say submit because, you know, there's a negative connotation to like submit, but it's like, it does. They make it so easy for you to just do your part and just to like, it's like all you have to do is show up. So I don't feel like when it comes to like putting this thing together, you have to do very much. I would say for you, just dream of the future that you want and just be open, because I feel like this person, wow, I feel like they really do have the ability to take care of you as well. We have speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own, is what it says at the bottom of this card. So I definitely wouldn't like match their energy if they start to, you know, act up, or they start to, you know, I don't know, like act out. Like you continue to speak the language of love and keep your eyes on what you want. Don't be influenced by their energy. And then we have be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. So if you're feeling really attracted towards this person, you know, put yourself on the line. That's the thing. Relationships require vulnerability. And I feel like this person has been trying to pull your vulnerable nature out of you. So you may be someone who's naturally a bit more cold or reserved in your energy. And Spirit is saying, you know, when you feel the call to open up, allow yourself to open up. Goodness gracious. We have a protection message that came out. Set personal boundaries at the bottom of protection. And then we have oblivion, open your arms. So it's about being open and allowing spirit to protect you, and also protecting yourself, not allowing this person to ask for more than what they should. Like if they try to force you to be vulnerable, you know, continue to do you and act from where you are and what you feel for this situation, you know, because I feel like that may be them trying to cut corners here and there, and nope, they're gonna have to go all the way in. Ooh, there we have Hex. Ooh, Jesus. I forget this card, I forget this deck is a bit more dark. Hex, be still and allow the enemy to reveal itself. So, you know, whatever shadow self, aspects that they have within themselves, whatever shadow self aspects you have within yourself, that will reveal itself in order to be exterminated by you. So your shadow will reveal itself and slay that dragon when you see it, and the shadow will reveal itself in this situation. If there's someone having a negative impact on your situation, that will reveal itself as well, and the shadow is consistently being revealed within themselves. So you don't want to be there when that shadow shows itself. Don't show it any attention. You know, just know, call a spade a spade. When their shadow self comes out and tries to communicate with you, you just know that is the shadow self speaking. That is not their higher self, and I'm not going to communicate with the shadow. You have to know what you are going to do and not be influenced by what someone tries to bring out of you. So when they try to, you know, or when their shadow self comes out and starts speaking to you, you got to know, nope, that's that's them inner demons, and I don't communicate with demons, and that decision is just period. So whether or not you say something that offends me, I'm not communicating with that. I only communicate with your higher self or with your centered self. So know what you do. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. You already know where to find me on Etsy, in the description below, if you want your own private tarot reading. But that is what I have for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the rose quartz, argonite point, and the fashion tarot, this is your reading. I always get questions about this deck. I love this deck too. This is by King of Aloha Tarot here on YouTube. You can't find this like on Amazon or Etsy, but he does sell his cards, and he links them in the description of every one of his videos. So if you want the cards, you'll have to go there. But let's get right into it. Spirit, can you tell me what their person wants from them? What do they want from this situation? Aw. So we have, I want to be around you all the time and I miss your lips. Ooh. Now I'm hearing fantasy. I'm hearing fantasy now. So this person may fantasize about you a lot. And I have this too, because I have a very, very active mind, a very active fantasy. After I imagine a scenario over and over and over again, my mind like hits a wall and it's like, okay, we got to come up with a new scenario. We can't just think about this one anymore. So tapping into this energy, yeah, I feel that a bit with you guys. I want to be around you all the time. I miss your lips. If this person has never tasted your lips, they've definitely fantasized about it, and they're like, ugh, I want to see you again. I want a new fantasy. I want to be around you all the time. They feel very attracted to you physically. This person's love language may be physical touch, because they're really missing being around you. Like I definitely get that sense where they want to be around you. They want to touch you. They want to feel you, your energy. Spirit, how are they feeling at this time? We have, I'm so sorry for being awkward. Ooh. Yeah, so you may not have seen this person for a while, because this is the second card. I miss your lips, and then I miss you came out. Second card talking about them missing you. Also, if you work with this person, I feel like you guys have been missing each other, like in terms of the shifts you work. Like they've been out sick, and then, you know, you've been out sick, and then it's like, you know, you didn't have the same shift as them. You picked up someone else's shift, or your switch shift or something like that. So it's like, however they see you, I feel like you've just been missing each other. Definitely thinking about you though. And then we have, I'm sorry for being awkward. So when you see this person, they may have a different energy that's kind of throwing you off and make you question, like, what is going on with them? What are they going through? Why is this weird energy coming up? Why are they kind of acting like that? Like, this is a bit confusing for me. We have I'm falling for you. And then we have, can we have a conversation? So honestly, I'm getting an energy of this person. They want to break the ice. They also want to break through to the next like barrier of your relationship. Like they feel like you guys have not spoken in a while, or you haven't been seeing eye to eye, and they're kind of like, okay, can we break through here? Like, can we have something more? Like this energy, they're kind of tired of the current energy. So I want to see what else is going on. Ooh. We have the misery card and the breakup card. So you guys may be in a no contact, or, you know, there may feel like there was a breakup between the two of you. Misery, discomfort, and love is what it says at the bottom of that one. So they're definitely not feeling it. They're not feeling that. They don't like that. They want to get back to a positive energy with you. They don't want to feel this way. They don't want to feel like, they don't want to feel like, you know, low vibrational. They're kind of over it. They feel like, why did we break up? I feel like something happened for sure, because we have the thin line card that came out as well. You know the saying, there's a thin line between love and hate. And that's the energy that I get here, where it's like they're miserable since the breakup, or since they last talked to you. They've been miserable. Disconnect in short-term connections is what it says at the bottom of that one. And they want to come back together. I definitely feel like there's more than meets the eye in this situation. We have distrust and old crush. So yeah, I feel like this is someone you haven't talked to in a little bit here. But we have forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. Releasing resentments is what that one says. So I feel like whatever happened between the two of you, they're not mad about it anymore. You're not mad about it anymore. And it's kind of just like, things kind of spiraled out of control. Like there's a thin line between love and hate. It's like, you know, you were trying to, but then it's almost like you started to hate this person, you know. For some of you, you've really been through it with them. Like you tried to love them, be there for them, do whatever you could for them. And then it's just like, okay, this is like totally uncomfortable now. Like, I just feel like you guys were uncomfortable and starting to feel like this is not what I want. We have distrust and old crush. Unreliability in love. At the bottom of old crush, it says someone had a crush. So I feel like you kind of feel like you can't trust this person, or this person, energy is fluid. It could be vice versa. They don't feel like they can trust you because of something you did. Maybe you got tired of waiting and you tried to make them jealous. Ooh. We have the playa card and the healing card at the bottom of the deck. Now we have tug of war. So I feel like both of you guys were fighting for power. Both of you guys were fighting for a submission from the other person, like trying to make them more vulnerable than you trying to make, you know, and vice versa, trying to, like, I feel like there's definitely a tug of war. Being at odds is what it says at the bottom of this card. And then we have playa and healing. Someone likes to play the field at the bottom of playa at the bottom of healing, returning to a healthy balance. So I do see you guys coming back together, but after things got quite a bit messy here, and like I said, you know, you may have tried to make this person jealous or vice versa. With that playa energy, that really put a bad taste in someone's mouth. They were so pissed about that. They did not like that. And if you pulled a them on them, I mean, I do feel like it worked. It gave them perspective in the sense that it made them realize, like, okay, this doesn't feel good. I'm freaking miserable. I don't want to feel this. So I feel like it, you know, did what it was supposed to do. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this situation? Ooh. Now this is tea, because we got the karmic card that came out. Intense lessons in love. Karmic partners are people that you deal with over and over and over again. And honestly, you can be someone's karma. They could be your karma. You can build, it's like, how do I explain it? Because there's this thing about karmic relationships where it's almost like spirit tempts you. And ultimately, everything that spirit does is to help us grow and build character. But like, it tempts the worst. It can tempt the worst part of yourself out. And again, it's for your own growth, because you have to learn more about your shadow so that you can integrate your shadow, so that when you're in high positions at the peak of your life, you don't ruin it all, you know, because you never learned anything about your shadow, and you can't see when your shadow is coming up, so you don't learn how to deal with it. So there really is a reason to all of it, but it's still messed up just the same. But like I said, you know, karma, the thing about karmic relationships is, you know, you could really pick up a lot of karma and have to deal with a lot of misfortune depending on how you react to your shadow coming out. Like, do you tame your shadow? Do you, like, you know? So we have the editing card, cutting out what no longer fits. I feel like both of you have gone through like huge transformations since you met each other, or I feel like that's what's to come from this relationship. A lot of lessons you're learning from each other. We have meeting, a chance encounter, so you may see them soon, unexpectedly, at the grocery store. You know, I was just watching one of my friend's stories, and this guy that she used to live by for a year, she met them, who was that? I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't know. She met them in a whole nother country on the way to the bathroom. So it's like she lived by this guy for a year, he moved out, and then she ended up running across him again in the bathroom. And it's just like, that's the energy that I get here. Like, you'd be surprised at how you could run across this person, like totally unexpected. But we have puppet masters, so I feel like this relationship really brought out the worst of really both of you in some way. At the bottom of puppet master, it says running the show. And also I get a little bit of an energy here of spirit kind of being the puppet master in a way, and, you know, bringing out those parts of yourself that you would want to ignore, or the parts of yourself that, you know, you want to pretend aren't there. We have the confidence card, trusting in yourself is what it says at the bottom of that one. So I feel like the both of you are really working through this connection the best you can. You're trying to put your best foot forward. You're trying to like dial it back, come back. Okay, let's not completely allow ourselves and the situation to unravel. But jealousy, I feel, is a huge part of it. We got jealousy at the bottom of the deck. Attracting unwanted attention is what it says. And the funny part about it is it says unwanted attention, you know? So it's like, even though you're making someone jealous, it's not that you actually want to be with another person. It's just that you're trying to get a rise or something out of this person. This is who you want, but just going about it the totally wrong way. I feel like this situation is very toxic, but not toxic in like necessarily like a bad way, where it's like both of you guys are going out of your way just to be toxic for no reason. I feel like this situation is toxic because this is a karmic partner, whether or not you know it. That's why you always feel so uncomfortable with them. And the goal overall is to get to the space where you guys have temperance. Temperance within yourself, a balance of your masculine and feminine, a balance of your higher self and your shadow, and temperance within each other. But again, was the tug of war? I think it was at the bottom of the deck, because it's not, I'm not seeing it here anymore. The underlying energy was just this tug of war of you guys constantly, you know, kind of like trying to fight for power or leadership in this connection. And it's just like, man, those karmic connections, boy, be eating the girls up. But you're overcoming, okay? All is not lost, you know. Don't start to get in your martyr bag where you're like, I just don't worry about my person. Like, it's gonna be all right. Spirit is still, you know, leading this. The devil card in reverse lets me know that things will probably get a bit easier, or the worst may be over, especially for those of you who've been dealing with this person for a long time. But I mean, what does your person want from you in this situation? Your person wants control, but I feel like you want control too. Like, the reading is kind of like, it's kind of deeper than just like the surface topic that we chose. Like, you know, what does your person want from you in this situation? Because they want control, but also I feel like this is bigger than what the both of you want in a way. Like, there's definitely a deeper reason why you guys even came together or met in the first place. And this may be, that may be that may be the part that kind of screwed you guys over. If you started with a physical connection, if this was a friends with benefits, or, you know, someone that you had a physical connection with first, like someone you were just sleeping with, intimate with, whatever. If you guys started off this connection that way without really knowing each other, and then you started to fall for each other, that can create a very hard dynamic as well, because it's like you didn't prepare, you know? You didn't prepare yourself for love. You didn't prepare yourself for a higher level connection. And now you're just deciding to try to lean into it, you know, because you feel all the feels, but you really do have to ground yourself and center yourself before you enter a relationship, so you can remember, like, okay, what do I need to do? What space do I need to be in a relationship, you know? So we have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Coins in reverse. I feel like both of you are in a space where you want to interact, though. That's something that I'm seeing super, super strong. Both of you want to see each other and be around each other. Seven of Cups. I feel like you also need to, like, close relationships with, like, any doors that are open need to be closed as well. Wheel of Fortune is a little bit ominous too, because it's a good energy, but the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, I always, like, use the example, it's like the game show Wheel of Fortune. Like, you spin the wheel, you don't know what you're gonna get, you know what I mean? So, especially being in a Seven of Cups energy where there's multiple options, they're gonna have to cut off, like, whoever they're talking to at this time, if they're talking to someone else romantically, and you too. If you're wanting this connection to work out, but you're still dealing with your ex as well, like, that's not going to help the situation either. We got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I get an energy with that of you're ready. I feel like you're ready to reintegrate, ready to deal with this person again. For this pile 4, for you guys, I feel like this is a very specific group of you who chose this, because I'm feeling like this is someone you've dealt with for a while. And that's funny, I didn't even notice, I wasn't looking at it yet. We got the Three of Cups in reverse, Nine of Coins in reverse. Spirit is saying this ain't gonna work. This relationship is not gonna work if you move forward with all these extra people in the mix. You gotta get them out of the freaking picture before we can move forward. Five of Coins here. I get an energy of trying to adjust. I get an energy of feeling like you're not enough. There's like this dark cloud hanging over your situation, and ultimately it just needs to be cleared. But like I said, it's hard to tap into the original point of the reading. What do they want from the situation? Because ultimately they want the situation to turn over to a new leaf. They want to have a good connection with you. They want things to be better. But I also feel like both of you are fighting your demons right now. Like, you may be fighting a demon of jealousy while they're fighting a demon of boundaries, or you're fighting a demon of ego while they're fighting a demon of, like, you know, not needing so much attention from all these other people and just committing to one person. Like, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. So it's like, ultimately, I feel like they want you guys to turn over a new leaf. And they want to see you, they want to feel you, they want to be around you physically, they want to be intimate with you again. But also, I feel like they want control, and that's the honest to goodness truth. They want control. We have the Queen of Coins here. I do feel like they see your value and vice versa. And it's like they're trying to tame someone who isn't to be tamed, you know? Like, it's like, I'm not gonna be a cage. I'm not gonna be in a cage for you, you know? I have my own life and I have my own needs, and I feel like both of you are just kind of, yeah, Eight of Swords. I mean, it's clear as day. This situation has much more to it than I feel like you know, or I feel like you think. Like, this is giving karmic energy. Like, you guys are karmic. You're in a karmic situation, in a karmic relationship. And I feel like both of you are trying to put your best foot forward. Both of you, of course, want a positive. Like, who wants to live in chaos, right? But at the same time, both of you want control, and that's causing you to live out your shadow versus live out your highest version of yourself. Spirit, what advice can you give us about the situation? What should they do? What can they do? What can be done for the situation? Can you tell me anything about the situation? Two cards that flipped. We have it's time to stop procrastinating, and then we have celebrate your love. I want to start here with celebrate your love, because I do feel if you guys could both come together in the same space and be vulnerable at the same time, you can both have what you want at the same time and move forward. But it's just like both of you are like coming. It's like we're agreeing to meet up somewhere, and we're going to exchange. Like, imagine you're going to sell your phone, right? You're going to sell your phone. You meet someone at the phone store so that you can sell your phone. Da 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 da. And it's like they're trying to like, okay, give me the money before you get the phone. And you're like, no, why would I do that? And they show you the box. They're like, I have the phone right here. You can see it right here, but I'm gonna need the money first. So it's like that type of energy where both of you are trying to get this same thing, and your shadow is telling you, do not trust this situation. Do not, allow. And the truth is, relationships, if you want to be in one, you have to be vulnerable. So it's kind of tough when both people want vulnerability. Both people want the other person to submit when they're being called to submit. But celebrate your love. When we cherish our beloved, the love and the bond grows stronger. We deepen our levels of trust, intimacy, and friendship. It's all too easy to get comfortable and to put your relationship on cruise control. So spice it up instead. Do something special and spontaneous. And if you're currently looking for your soulmate, take yourself out on a fun date. The happier and more connected you are to yourself, the more attractive you will become to others, is what that one says. And then it's time to stop procrastinating says your current obligations and responsibilities can no longer be put off. Chap chap, it's time to buckle down and do the work. So if you want this person, it's time that you invest that energy, and you're just gonna have to be vulnerable. And I know you're waiting for them to do the same thing, but I wouldn't leave it up to them, because both of you guys are kind of lost in the sauce. So I would do my part, and that way, even if they continue to resist, you can say the ball is in your court. Last time we talked, or most recently, after that energy cleared from whatever we had before, I restated my intentions after everything is calmed down. So it's up to you to say what you want and what you're going to do here. Ignore any naysaying voices. Believe in yourself. You can do this. Procrastination often comes from fear that you can't. You'll be so relieved and proud when this is behind. Oh, I skipped a sentence. The resolution and abundance you seek requires action. So yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you, group 4. Very tricky situation here. I do feel like this is a karmic relationship, so there's more to this than meets the eye. This isn't really like something that you can just tap into. What does your person want from you in this situation without getting to like the deeper root? Like, there's actual things that we have to address here for you guys to be able to move forward. So there's kind of just more in this relationship, to talk about. But that is what I have for you guys today. You already know you can always find me on Etsy. If you're looking for your own private tarot reading, you can find me there. Other than that, that is what I have for you today. That was your spread, and I'll talk to you soon.